Hello, my beautiful people. I am Kimberly Grimes, Ianifa Oshun Punmelayo, and welcome to Weekly Messages. I am so curious to find out from you guys how my last week's message or reading resonated with you, and if anything that I spoke of occurred in your life. I'm curious about this because I had some clients that I dealt with this week and some friends and family that I dealt with this week who showed me that the things that I spoke about last week came to fruition in their life in different ways, but the message was all the same. And I'm so curious to find out, did this happen to you too? Because it even happened to me in my life, and I am grateful for having these weekly readings and these weekly messages. Usually I do my own weekly reading and messages, but I decided, you know what, I want to be a part of the collective and be on this journey with everybody. So when I divine for a collective universal message, and it's just so surreal to me how everything that I've spoken of in terms of be careful of frustration, be careful of the things that you tell yourself and you tell others, watch your words, and how like patterns and behaviors and things that were buried underneath start to come to the forefront in so much different ways. It was so surreal to me and crazy in a good way to see it, come into fruition. Of course, I don't want to see anybody going through any disturbances or any low points in their lives, but I also come to the understanding that sometimes these things are necessary, which is what this reading is about. Funny enough. So let's get on to the weekly message. This week's message is about trusting and submitting to the process and having the courage to move forward. Again, this week's message, Spirit is saying to trust and submit to the process, but have the courage to move forward. So this week, we may have some blockages, some setbacks, some obstacles, some challenges in our way. But Spirit is saying, never fear. These things are necessary in order to move forward. So don't allow the frustration from those blockages or the obstacles that are in your way to cause major or further bigger setbacks in your life. Spirit is saying, just allow it to happen, because sometimes in this world we have to have balance, and you can't always have good things coming. You have to have a blockage or obstacle in your way in order for you to be able to clear the path to bringing the good things that are necessary. So this week, Spirit is saying, even in the midst of the obstacles and the blockages and the frustration, still have the courage to move forward and understand that this is a part of the process. This has to happen. Spirit says that when this occurs, the best thing to do is take time to rest. If you feel in a moment where everything just coming to the forefront and there's a lot of obstacles and you feel like vulnerable, you feel like there's too much going on, because it will be a moment of vulnerability. When you feel that, Spirit is saying, sit in that. Sit in that moment. Go take a rest. Go walk in nature. Sit by the water. Listen to music. Listen to music. Ancestors are saying too this week, try to listen to some music. Be a part of nature. Enjoy nature. Just sit with your spirit and allow Spirit to continue to guide you and soothe you through this process, because within that break, then you will see the next steps that you need to take or the things that you need to do to move forward. Because Spirit is saying, do not allow these setbacks to stop you from moving in the direction that is in alignment with your purpose and your destiny. We all have a purpose. When we were in heaven, before we come down the birth canal through our mothers, we signed a contract with God and we said, listen, I'm going to earth to do this, to have this experience, because in the last life I didn't do this or I did that. We signed that contract. So Spirit is saying, in this process, take time to pause, go inward, allow your inner navigation to come forward and guide you to take the steps that are necessary to keep you in alignment with your purpose and your destiny. Spirit said, move in spirit throughout this week. Move in spirit throughout this week and trust the process. Trust yourself. And I can give you a little backstory. Last week, when I did that reading, I was like, I started to second guess myself. And I was saying to Spirit, like, am I doing the right thing every week by doing these weekly readings? Am I doing the right thing by being this priestess because it's a part of my destiny? Am I walking in my purpose? Am I actually guiding people in the right way? And even though I felt that way, I said, you know what? I am going to let go and do the reading. And throughout the week, almost every phone call I had, maybe with a client, maybe with a family member, maybe with a friend, everything that I spoke about in last week's reading came to the forefront. Persons came to me with things that occurred, like truths that came out that they didn't even know. Like, it's like, it was crazy to me, like the truths that were being revealed, the patterns that were being revealed. I had some of my friends slash clients that started doing some journaling on things within them lives and started to look at themselves and do some deep introspection and learn more things about themselves, and was able to take a better step in the next direction that was best for them. I had family members that were going through some hardships, and things come to the forefront that helped them to navigate through their lives. Of course, some people didn't listen to the reader, so I had to turn around and guide in another direction, but I digress. But I said all of that to say that when I followed Spirit and I tapped in, I did the reading, I delivered. Spirit showed me, hey, you being on this path is helping others. And I continue to see it daily just by following Spirit and trusting the process. I also have another story for you guys, but I might do that on a live or I might post it. But most important thing this week is to trust the process. Trust the process and let go and let God. Let go and let God. Submit. Submit to Spirit. Understand that there's a power that is higher than us that navigates and help us through these moments, even in the tough moments which are necessary. Because people think that when you walking in Spirit that you're not gonna have some tough moments. No, you can get dragged. Because I've been dragged. You can get dragged. It might feel like you're getting dragged, but really and truly, everything happens for a reason and it opens up for a bigger purpose. You just have to trust the process. So, in the moment of trusting the process, if you feel a little bit of frustration coming up, or even if they have like little arguments cross, because Spirit said that there might be some arguments, some crawling, it may feel like like you're experiencing some loss in your life, and it might be you might experience some loss, you might lose some stuff, in the moment of that, when you are making your next decision, the questions that you should be asking yourself is this in alignment with who I am? Is this in alignment with the person that I want to be? Is this in alignment with the path that I want to take or the thing that I want to give birth to? Is this in alignment with my greatest good and my highest self? This week, Spirit is asking you to take time to, when you're sitting in those moments of meditation and you're listening to your music and you get that idea, and you decide, let me jot it down. You can ask yourself that question to help you move forward in the right direction. Is this in alignment with who I am, my greatest good, where I want to go, and who I want to be? And let go and let the ego go. Let the ego go. And Spirit is also saying around this time, you're going to have some egotistical moments, either from yourself. Even if you check yourself, you may have people around you that their ego tending to be flying wild. Don't jump into that. Watch them. Let the ego go. You sit in your spirit and move in alignment with your greatest self. Spirit is saying to float in your spirit, in the spirit of God, in the spirit of light, in the spirit of good, in the spirit of transformation, in the spirit of abundance, in the spirit of truth, in the spirit of blessings, all positive things. You float in that spirit, but you do not allow your ego to take precedence. Even when people around you moving from an egotistical point, do not allow your ego to take precedence. Step back and again ask yourself these questions. Is this in alignment with my greatest good? Is this in alignment with who I need to be? Is this in alignment with who I know myself to be? Is this in alignment with God? Is this what God would want me to do? Is this serving my greater purpose? Ask those questions. Do not allow your ego or the ego of others to allow you to run rampant. Spirit is also saying that in this moment, take care of the future. And when I say take care of the future, they show me a baby. So they mean take care of the children of the future. Watch your behaviors and your actions, especially around children, because they are watching us even when we don't think that they are. My little nephew, he's be repeating things that I say, and he be auntie, hey, all of these type of things. And I don't, sometimes we just be talking and we don't think that he conscious. Even like yesterday, I was talking to his mom and he was in the background repeating things that I was saying. So children watch us even when we don't know or we're not conscious of the things that they're watching or the behaviors that we have. We have to take care of our future generation and how we want to mold and sculpt them. We don't want to there's this thing about, following generational patterns. Like I think I spoke about it last week. We don't want to continue to create negative generational patterns or negative patterns or programming into our children. We want to watch the things that we say, the behaviors that we have, and be able to mold the children in the right direction, because we want the future to be the best. Because you gotta remember, whether you believe in incarnation or not, I do, reincarnation or not, I do. And I want to come back in my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, or my great nieces or nephews in a very positive and good light. So I definitely can do my bit by pouring in to the future generation as well, because it's for the greater good. It's for the greater of all of us. Spirit is also saying, do not become complacent. Do not become complacent, because some of us, when things get rough, already goings get tough, the tough gets going. Now we sit in that. We sit in like, things ain't going good. I good where it is. Everything good here. And we run from the things that we're supposed to do. And then 2 years down the line, you're in the same position, in the same spot. Do not become complacent. This week is very important in moving forward, having the courage and the confidence to do the things that you dream of, the things that the goals that you have, the ideas that you have, the future that you want. This week is the time to start to put pen to paper and start to do an action plan. How am I going to achieve this? What do I need to do next? And start taking the steps forward to doing it. Spirit is saying that we cannot become complacent in this moment. We can't become bored of life. We can't become lazy. This is a time to move forward. So even if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and frustrated, take a step back, take a pause, take some deep breaths. Like I said earlier, walk in nature, sit by the water. For those of you beautiful people who live by the beach, jealous, go to the beach. If you live close to water, go to water. If you live close to like a park where they have nice trees, go sit by the trees, sit on the grass, do something in nature that helps you to get in alignment with yourself, and then look at yourself, do some introspection, and take the steps that you need to take necessary to move forward. Like I said, it's all about trusting the process, submitting to the process and the guidance, and having the courage to move forward. Victory is yours. Trust the process. Victory is yours. Trust the process. All right, my beautiful people. Thank you for hanging in here with me this week and throughout the other weeks. Like I said, I'm curious to hear how these readings has manifested in your life. But I know last week I was trying to come through on Sunday with a ritual to do to help throughout the week, but I did not get the chance to. Please forgive me. However, this week I was given some guidance on a cleanse / bath to do for the week. So for those of you who want to join me in this bath for the week, which would bring abundance, which would bring sweetness to your life, which would deal with cleansing, removing any negative energy, and also helping you to sit within your spirit much easier, you can DM me or type in the comments cleanse, and I will send you the cleanse for the week. Anyways, my beautiful people, have a wonderful day, week, or weekend whenever you do see this. Thank you for being here with me. And if nobody can tell you for the day or the week, I love you. You are beautiful. You are divinely blessed. Everything that you touch will manifest for the greater. Everything is yours that you desire within the works and the love and the light of God. Have a wonderful day, week, or weekend. I love you. O Dabo.